Hello guys, welcome back to Sim UK and of course Fernbus Coach Simulator. So hopefully you've seen my review on the 515 the other day, and I'm glad that I left a lot of stuff in there that was causing me a few issues, and I do that so that you guys know that there are issues. I've been promoting Fernbus for a long time now, and at no point have I ever said it's fault free. So I always include stuff like that so that you can see that I also have some bugs and issues, but I still love the game. I really genuinely do. So just to clarify that, because I know some of you sometimes get a bit narky about me including this stuff in there and you don't understand why I do it and you just want me to get on and do whatever. But that's why I do it. So yeah, so today we're not taking the 515 out. I think we're either going to do the 517 or the 519. We're going to do exactly the same route from Frankfurt to Frankfurt. From Frankfurt Airport to Frankfurt. So let's go in. Let's pick one. And this 515, absolutely sublime. I loved it. I really, really, really liked it. Let's have a look. See here. Now the S517 HD is long, no denying that, but it's not as long as the 519. Now I took the 519 out during beta testing, and I didn't like it. And off the back of that, I was expecting to really not like the 515, but I loved the 515. It was a gem, an absolute gem to drive. And it occurred to me halfway through that video that it might be due to because during the beta testing there were some serious steering issues on the 519, and that made the whole thing feel terrible. So I'm actually going to do the 519 today because I'm excited and interested to see whether it feels as good or maybe even better than the 515 did. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's jump in. System date and time. Okay guys, so here we are. This is the very, very long 519 S519 HD, and let's just take a nice groovy long look at this. I do like the hubs on this comfort class coach. They look pretty smart, much nicer than those on the Neoplan, and most importantly on the Lions coaches, which, I'll be honest, I can't see myself driving the Lions coaches very much anymore. I just don't see them, I just don't enjoy them as much as I do the Neoplan and the Setras. Let's get these doors open and have a little listen here. Perfect. Obviously we've got 3 doors down this side because this coach is enormous. 2 on the other side plus a door, and yeah, it looks like the audio issues I was having last week with the Oculus Rift have been eradicated, which is great because that really was a pain in the backside. And I realised I've forgotten to change my my number plate. Let's just see if there's that glitch here on this door as well. I didn't see it that time. Actually, look at that. If you look past this door and look at the seat that's directly in front of it, you'll see the reflection of the door opening. Look at that. Now the only concern I have there is, yeah, if you look at the reflection, it's pretty green. Oh, come on. I'm not sure that should be green. It's great that there's a reflection in that seat, but it's not green. God, how picky am I being today? Sorry guys at TML, I think you're doing a great job. But it's definitely green. And I think it should be grey. Okay. So audio wise, I think all the Setras must sound the same. And wow, I mean look at this. This is like 2 515 stuck together with an extra bit on the end. This is a big coach. And I think it's going to be tricky, really tricky to drive. So this one is definitely for long journeys. And I'm interested to see if my button configuration will allow for all the doors to be shut. Let's just jump in here. We had a look at the 519 dash the other day. Fairly similar, I suppose, to the 515. Not sure if it's identical. Be interesting to see if it has that same sat-nav issue that I had the other day, which incidentally might just be me not pressing the right button. I don't know. I'm going to have to investigate that. There's a little step here, but it doesn't register as a step. Or is it a step? Or it might just be the end of the carpet run. But yes, once again we've got the same seating in here. It looks very nice. We've got great lighting, nice audio, that kind of hum that you get in the back of a coach. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Oh, and then all of a sudden, yeah, wow, as soon as I step past this window here, it changes. Interesting. Okay, well, it looks great. I think it looks absolutely awesome. Once again, you can open and close the doors without going anywhere near them. You can decide yourself whether that's a positive or a negative. Let's go sit down in the main seat, and let's hit the shut door button. Just see if everything closes. Oh, it looks like my camera twist isn't working on this one either. That's weird. I have to set that up, I guess. Right, let's try the doors again. Yeah, that opens and closes rather sharply, I have to say. And yeah, that seems to be working perfectly well. Looking very nice indeed. Right, let's see if we can listen to the engine. That's nice. Now, I didn't get that audio before. I was having issues with my Oculus Rift problem. That hasn't been resolved at the time of making this video, but I have at least figured out a way to get the audio to work properly, so that's something. Okay, so once again, let's do the test for the doors. I think the dash will show a good indication that the doors, and there we go, everything is open. It works superbly well. You can see that the sat-nav is on, which is nice. And we'll just keep an eye on that as we flick through these buttons. We've got all the lights on. Turn our lights off. Battery on. Kitchen clearance, hostess clearance, water closet, reversing light, hazards. That's all working. So this is almost identical to the 515. Nothing overly exciting here. Wi-Fi on.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei FlixBus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet, schaut doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zur Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze sind mit Steckdosen ausgestattet und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt über nutzen. Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert von exklusiven Online-Angeboten. Auf FlixBus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren Service ständig weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken. Wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei FlixBus. Hello and welcome to FlixBus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today. Before we set off, we would like to share some information.
I will try and give you lots of external views as much as I can, so you can really get a good feel for this. Actually, this is long. This is very, very long. having a serious deja vu moment right now.
Of our many exclusive online
I can see that we've got mapped
For more information,
steering again,
simply
and I
visit
haven't had to do anything to set that up.
FlixBus.com or get in touch with us on Facebook.
Straight out of the box.
Of course, we're always striving to improve our service. Please use the questionnaire we send you by email to give us feedback about your journey. You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas and requests.
That's going to make
we're
it
always
feel
ready
too
to assist.
light.
And now,
be
we
realistic.
can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with FlixBus.
Same delay 515 had during acceleration. So I'm going to use the sat nav that I've got here, but in all honesty, having done this route just the other day, I do know it. So I am having to come out really wide. Maybe I'm giving it too much leeway, I don't know. But it's driving really nicely. I am most definitely enjoying the driving experience more than I did when I took the beta out, and it's most definitely the steering which has changed. It feels very nicely balanced. I just wonder if it does feel a tad too light. Sound very similar to the Setra. Again, we've got that slight issue with the it is tight to drive. I will benefit more from having a bigger monitor, because looking in that mirror today it's so small it's very difficult to make anything out. So after the new year I should have a bigger monitor set up, and then I'll be able to see, hopefully. Close, wasn't it? Well, I've got to say, it drives brilliantly well. It feels very much like the 515. I don't know, I'm not getting a sense of the size and the weight in this coach. It just feels very much like the 515, other than the fact that I'm conscious it's where am I going here? I can actually use the it's not quite as nimble, I'll say that much. I'm giving some stones here, guys, sorry for forgetting to do that straight away. As you know, it's very difficult to drive like this. Do our best. Oh, slight indication there. Yeah, okay, so this certainly isn't as nimble. It doesn't turn as sharply. Maybe that's a good reference to its length and the extra axles. But it's very smooth on the motorway. I like it a lot. Certainly the steering feels a million times better. Glad they fixed that. That really, I think that really put me off the 519 the first time I took it out. I don't know, physics-wise, I mean, I don't know. It feels very similar to the 515, except for cornering and how nimble it is. I mean, this is far less nimble, which is a good representation, I guess, because it should be less nimble. But equally, you know, well, we'll find out in a minute, won't we, how well it drives. I mean, motorway driving is one thing, but we'll find out how well it drives in tight, secluded situations like the airport here, and also down in the city. In the city! rather tight bend, and it is rather tight. Seems to be handling pretty well, I've got to say. Maybe we've got a bit more lean here than we do in the 515. My first real concern is going to be at the bottom of this hill when we have to navigate round and underneath the terminal. I think we might possibly struggle to get through that tight gap with such a long vehicle. Again, it's really tricky to look out that window. There might be a way to reposition myself. I've never had to do that before. Maybe I will. There's no car there anymore. There used to be a car there, so yeah, I think we're going to be alright getting down here. Maybe they thought about that issue or became aware of it themselves. See how easy it is to get into a parking spot. See, our passengers are there, eagerly awaiting our arrival. It's so small for me to see that, it's tricky. I've got to say, I'm not overly impressed with the acceleration. It's like nothing, 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 and then it goes. That's the best I could get in here, guys, genuinely. Alright, let's get these doors open. I think some more work on the acceleration physics is probably worthwhile. Alright. Let's open this guy in. First check. There we go.
Hello, mein Ticket. Dankeschön.
Okay.
Ich musste noch ein Ticket einkaufen.
To Frankfurt, yes you can have a ticket from Frankfurt, like that is where we're going. So, click the tick. Do that.
Mahlzeit, ist das nötig? Dankeschön.
Schön.
Servus, das Ticket. Bitte schön, Ihr Freund.
Servus, Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket. Mahlzeit, bitte sehr. Danke sehr.
Hi, ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig. Guten Tag, ich würde gerne ein Ticket kaufen.
You would like to get to Frankfurt, madam? Well, luckily for you.
Hi.
Luckily for you, I can't do it that way round, but we'll do it the right way around this time. Check first, and then say, what? Oh, nuts. We'll check again, and I'll do it properly this time.
Auf geht's.
And there we go. Excellent. Right, that's everybody on board. You can see that has barely filled up the luggage compartment. We've got enough space in there for about 10 times that now. You can also see that I'm holding up all the traffic here because ever so slightly hanging over that line and they can't squeeze past. Even though they've got all this width here to use, I think maybe TML ought to address just this section of road here, which I think they could probably do more with it. Or maybe redesign down here, I don't know, what's easiest. So, yeah, maybe they ought to have a look at that. Right, let's jump on board. Actually, let's go just quickly go down the door transport, sat down, make sure that looks pretty awesome. Pretty cool. Everyone seems pretty happy. Lovely. Nothing worth mentioning there, I think. Alright. Doors closed. Start the ride. Break off. Kate. There we go. I'm struggling with that mirror, but not necessarily because the mirror is bad. More to do with the fact that my monitor is very, very small. So this is quite tight, and not being able to look out this window is a real issue. Really is a problem. Let's see if we can get out here without having any catastrophic problems. handling really well. The acceleration is a problem because there's nothing, so you can't. It's difficult to sort of slowly edge forwards in a safe and controlled manner. That policeman can wait for me, I think. But again, I couldn't really see him until it was too late there. I can see him now. Definitely mirrors, I think, need some adjustment, especially at night. It's really difficult to see people, but maybe I'll like it more when I have a bigger monitor. Incidentally, guys, I was saying about how the game also opens up Oculus when I started. I did try playing in VR, but it didn't work. And I spoke to Timo at TML to see whether or not they had actually tested VR. And they had, they looked into it, but I don't think it really panned out. You need kind of 90 FPS to maintain that nice smooth feel. I think we're going down there, aren't we? So yeah, I don't think VR is coming to Fernbus anytime soon. Shame, that would be amazing. But I can understand why it isn't. Not really that put off. I still love the game very, very much. Maybe one day we'll have VR Fernbus, but not anytime soon. I should suspect. Bit of a traffic jam on the inside there, and typically we're coming off at this junction, so that's just put me in a sticky position, making sure I give him lots of room, because we are very, very long, but having absolutely zero issues here. This is a fantastic drive. It does handle slightly differently than the 515, but I just feel it's rather too similar to the 515 to be a good reflection of having such a long and no doubt heavy coach. I feel like when it does corner, it doesn't corner as well, so there's definitely some physics at play, but I think more needs to be done. Acceleration on both, I think, needs to be looked at. Probably.
Finden Sie nicht, dass Sie ganz schön heizen?
It's that stupid 80-mile-an-hour stretch, isn't it? Maybe a speedo when you're driving externally like this might be a good idea as well. But yeah, look at this. I mean, what a great looking coach that is. He says, having put the camera right at the barrier there, so you can't see anything. Looks sublime. Nearly had an accident, just got away with it. See the shadow of the cars coming, but I can't see cars coming. Let's jump back inside because that's actually really tricky to drive out there like that. Frankfurt. I think we're coming off here, aren't we? Same slow down audio that I enjoyed in the 515. It actually, so far, it's handling really, really well. Maybe I just had so much trouble with it during beta because the steering was completely out of whack. Coming up here is a very tight corner, so this will be a good test as to whether or not this is a usable vehicle. Again, you saw me almost literally stop there. That handled really brilliantly, man, I've got to say. You saw me almost stop there, and that's not because I intended to, that's because it's very difficult to control this vehicle at low speed. It kind of just cuts out. You lift your foot up off the accelerator, it's like the retarder is permanently on, but very, very high. Even when you're accelerating, the retarder is kind of trying to slow you down. That's how it feels a bit. Until you get sort of up to 20 mile an hour or something, and then it just kind of glides along quite nicely. But yeah, in that sense, it is almost identical, I'd say, to the 515, and I don't think it should be. Bearing in mind, I've never driven this particular coach. In fact, I've never driven a coach, period. So I'm only going by the experience that I have as being a passenger on a coach and how I feel the acceleration goes between a big coach and a small coach. Small coaches are generally a bit more nippy, a bit sharper off the line, as you'd expect, because they weigh less. And in comparison to this one, they probably weigh way less. So, yeah, I don't know, maybe something to look at, a bit of tweaking to do, but certainly the overall experience of driving these Setras is very pleasurable. It's definitely nice to have something new in the game. And yeah, I really genuinely like this. I kind of preferred the 515, if I'm being honest, over this one. Although I am having no issues driving this today. I did the other day in the beta. I had some real serious issues. I couldn't steer it properly. I was hitting everything, and I genuinely think that was down to the steering problem. That's been fixed, and away I go. It's just it's working out very nicely so far. Very nicely indeed. When we get some economics in the game, obviously having a big coach like this means more customers. Customers means more money. More money means more money. Which can only be a good thing. Now I took that very wide because this coach is very long. Maybe I can get some decent derriere video footage examples. Oh, still creeping forwards there. Didn't have my foot down on the brake enough. Handbrake on for a second. Sounds okay to me. Nice Christmassy shot. Yeah, I definitely think when you're in external view you should have the option of having a speedo display in the sat-nav as well. I can understand why they don't have it, probably to allow you to take photos and whatnot, but some people actually prefer to drive externally like this. I'm not sure I do. Going straight on. Oh, we've got a problem with that AI car. Wanted to go, but something scared him off. Whoa! Okay, handbags at dawn. Who's the idiot here? I'll give you a clue. It's you. You're not going to move, are you? Wouldn't that be nice if TML were able to implement something like a car backing up when it's all gone horribly wrong? Just by like 2 foot. Everybody backs up 2 foot. And we can all get on with our lives. It would be fantastic. Honestly, that's the first AI incident I've had in this game for quite a long time. And I suppose, technically, I could have backed up there, couldn't I? I wasn't going to. There was no way I was going to give way. Just to be absolutely crystal clear on that point. It's something I tend to do. Necessary. Yeah. There is certainly something to be said for driving an enormous coach like this. There is an experience there. I don't know, maybe I just need to get, maybe that is the way Setras accelerate and I just need to adjust to that rather than it change to suit me. Maybe I've been spoiled with the near plan. Which way are we going here? Yeah, officially lost. Okay. I'm going straight on. And then right. Again, quite a tight corner, but yeah, you take it okay. As long as there's no traffic there, I think we're all right, you know. Is this us? I think this is us here, isn't it? But yeah, definitely trying to keep this vehicle moving along at slow speed is a bit tricky. I'm finding that might just be my skills. But yeah, I'd say overall impression is they all feel very similar, but they do have their own little unique tweaks about them. And on the basis of that, overall, it's a nice pack of coaches. I'm sure TML are going to keep working on them and tweaking them and making them even better. But for me, having only driven the 515 and this, the 519, I have to say I think the 515 is my favourite. I don't know, the 519, there just doesn't seem to be enough about it. You'd think such a huge coach, you'd feel it a bit more. And I think maybe there's something missing in that regard, which can easily, well I say easily, you know, it can be addressed. It's not something that is irrevocably broken, it's just a bit of tweaking, a bit of adjustment. But they do feel rather similar, was my only concern. Why is that there? It's a good job I'm not actually driving, because that would be a real pain in the backside. But how did that get there? That wasn't there a minute ago, was it? I bet one of you knocked it over, didn't you? Yes, you look very suspicious. I can see you, you know. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I do recommend the Setra pack, most definitely, and I think it's going to get better in the coming weeks and months. 5 coaches for, I think, £7.50. How can you possibly go wrong with that? And yeah, really nice. And maybe we'll get the Setra logos on there and it'll be the cream on the crop, as it were. But that's it from me, guys. I hope you're having a lovely Christmas. Until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye for now.